Well, if as a child you ever thought about running away and joining the circus, well, this is going to be the interview for you.
Yes, our next guest actually grew up in the circus, Kourtney Pavlov. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for
Good to
joining
have you with us.
So your family are rooted in circus here in Ireland. So what circus family are they?
The Kourtneys.
The Kourtneys.
So Circus Vegas, yeah.
So like people around the country would know it because you've travelled all around the country. So tell us about growing up in the circus.
Yes, so basically my grandmother was on a road show and she would travel to different theatres and they do acting and comedy. And for some reason she decided to buy a circus tent and start a circus. So she started that with her family, the family business, and my mum was born into it and then so was I. So I literally was born into the circus and had been with it up until I was 23 years old.
So what age would you be starting to perform?
I started at 7.
No way.
Yeah.
Right, that's an early start. So what
Doing
sort
what?
of, yeah.
So my mum said I could dance before I could walk. Like I was definitely a
Like
born
the
performer.
Elko ABBA song.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started with hula hooping. That was my first thing. And then with it being a family business, you know, you're kind of that person that if the clown is sick, you're the person to run in and take over for that day. And so I've done a bit of everything
Give us
at this
an
point.
idea. What's it like growing up in the circus? Because obviously we see the big tent erected in towns all over the country.
Yes.
Like that must be a strange upbringing.
It definitely is unique. And I think only since I've left, I've only realised how unique it is, because I think when you're in it, it's all you know. So you don't question anything. But, you know, as much as, you know, people come and watch the show and they see the glitz and the glamour and the costumes and the perfect skills and stunts, but they don't see the behind the scenes of like all these stunts. You know, you're constantly bruised and cut open and tired, and sometimes you don't have water or electric, like all these sort of things.
Like
that
years
you wouldn't
ago,
even
that's
think
like the
about.
situation, because you're moving into small towns and villages
Yes.
that you weren't connected to stuff.
Yes.
Like the main electricity would be for the tent itself.
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. And then growing up like that, I mean, schooling and stuff like that, how does that work?
So back then, I started when I was 4, and basically how the system worked was every week we'd be in a new town, and the Department of Education would send out a teacher from the local school every week. So every week we had a new teacher, and they would come out and homeschool myself and my cousin, who were permanently on the circus.
So do you ever think that you missed that growing up, like with those school friends and that sort of just getting a core group of friends in school and college?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was very rare that I had friends my own age, and especially working from so young, you kind of grow up a lot quicker because you learn responsibility and discipline, and you know, you're kind of, as a 7-year-old, thinking, okay, I have 2 shows today, one's at 5, it's not like, oh, I don't want to do it today, I want to play, so you grow up very fast. And then obviously being surrounded by other, you know, older people and performers and stuff, you grow up a lot quicker.
Yeah, as you said, just with you and your cousin, it's hard to try and have that childhood. So you were part of the circus until the age of 23. Like, did you have what was your part in it? Did you have one main strength, or were you basically a jack of all trades?
I was a bit of a jack of all trades, but I think my favourite thing to do before I left was the aerial chandelier. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a huge chandelier in the air, and I would swing out of it with no safety net or anything.
Do you have no fear at all?
I do have fear, but I think it's a balance of respecting it and knowing the dangers that it,
Did you have any
but also
bad
having
accidents?
confidence. I've had a few, no fatal, thank God.
No.
But definitely, I''ve had a few
Falls
injuries and few falls, few bangs to the head.
And then when COVID came and the circus, like everything, they just had to close down the entertainment industry, the circuses were really badly hit, and you decided, do you know what, I think I've had enough.
Yeah, I didn't see a future. I thought if I stayed in circus, it's quite rare for someone that was born into it to leave, but I just thought, you know, if I'm to stay in this, I can only perform for so long, and then I'll, so cliche, but probably end up selling candy floss and popcorn on the sidelines. And I didn't want that for myself. So I thought, you know, as much as the circus world doesn't mix with the outside world, I didn't know anyone, or it was like moving to a new country and not speaking the language, but I just thought I need to do it to have a different future.
It must have been a difficult move to step away from the family business.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But you've gone out on your own now.
Yes.
what are you doing now?
So now I have my own business in kids party entertainment, and basically you could say I'm a circus director now, although I thought I was finished with the circus, but I actually put shows together and have an agency for performers for different events and festivals and stuff like that. Yeah, so same
So
kind
you're
of...
still performing.
Still
but
performing,
You're
yes.
still doing it, but at the same time, you're not up on aerials and doing stuff like that.
Well, sometimes I am.
I suppose,
still.
like, so if some big company wanted to hire you in and you get all the acts together,
Exactly.
and you'd be able to put on a big show for them.
Yes, absolutely. But I think my true love now is the kids party entertainment. Like
Really?
I kind of bring the circus to them,
Yeah.
and I love seeing even the adults are entertained as well.
Well,
so
And how can people
Speaking of-
find out about that then?
it's called K Hoops Entertainment.
K, the letter K.
Hey,
Hoops
now,
Entertainment.
if
And we
you
have
can-
hoops.
will you show us how to
Yes,
do it? So
let's
you've
do
got a
it.
trick for us. What
I mean,
are...
I've seen a few of your skills earlier.
Yeah,
Now you're showing me up. You're
so
pretty
one
good
of them
already.
is just on the hand, is it? So you're
Yes.
just sort of like this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can do that. Surely that's
Okay.
not too hard.
Okay, that's a bit easier. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So I'm going to show
Tommy,
you.
that's a bit
I'm going to show you a harder one. If
Okay.
you can do this straight away, I'll
Right.
be upset. 'Cause
Okay.
It took me a while to learn.
Okay.
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 So palm facing upwards,
Yeah.
arm
Yeah.
out straight, and it's called manipulation. So it looks like the hula hoop. So if you want to practice quickly without the hoop, hold the
Okay.
hoop,
All right.
and your
Can I do
arm
it
is
that
going
way?
to go
Can I cheat
all the
that
way around. So you want to draw a circle with your arm.
Okay, right.
That's very good. Are you actually just letting it slide through your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
Oh, that's good.
That's very good. You're okay.
Okay, right.
Concentration.
Hey, what about can we do normal hula hooping?
Come on, Tommy, you do
Alan,
it.
come on,
Come on,
let's
no,
see.
go on, let's try.
There we go.
There we go.
Look at that.
Hey.
Lauren,
And
you've
then,
done
Alan,
this
no, here,
before.
look.
Alan.
Come on, I'll do this. Look at this. Here, do you know what to do?
on your
I'll put
neck
it on
as
my
well,
leg.
maybe?
Oh wow.
Oh, the
can you,
neck.
Can you do it with 2 rings?
Yes.
Right, let's have a look. Show us this
Like
one. I mean, I could see kids would love this, but you do hula hoop and what other things do you do at the
Yes,
kids'
so I
parties?
do unicorn hair, princess parties. And we
Here,
just
can
have
I
a lot
like
of fun.
throw and
Sorry,
get
there's
third
actually
one?
Look at
I
that.
get it.
That's
There's actually
a
people
good
in my ear
pass.
going, it looks like he's choking. It looks like he's... Step in.
Kourtney Pavlov, thank you so much for joining us
you
this
very much.
morning.
Thank you for having
And
me. So
definitely
lovely to
check it out for a kids' party.
Love that.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.